Hi, everyone. This is Darlene Hodges, and for the crisis challenges interview, I spoke with the principal of a local elementary school. It's actually Meadow Lane Elementary, where I am doing my internship, and then housed there at Meadow Lane is the elementary portion of our community developmental school, which serves the most severe and profound, children with the most severe and profound disabilities in Wayne County. And so I was able to get these questions answered from two different yet similar perspectives. And so, with the first one, what is the biggest challenge you are currently facing in your role in this crisis? And so I spoke with both Principal Hooks and Ms. Dawn Herring, the EC coordinator, about that. And remote teaching and learning was really the biggest challenge for both. And so, in communication. And so, for Principal Hooks, it was making sure she has a large staff. So, making sure that she's communicating with everyone. So, initially, she shared that they were using the school improvement team members to disseminate information. So she would meet with those team members, and then they were charged with disseminating to grade levels and then to electives. However, she knew that by the questions and emails that she was receiving from other teachers that something was getting lost in translation. So they switched from that format to PLC format, where they are meeting either herself or the AP is in every single grade level and elective meeting. And so to make sure that nothing's getting lost in translation, for Miss Herring with the community developmental school, she shared some of the challenges with, making sure that students are receiving instruction, and the difficulties with that when we talk about severe and profound disabilities. And her example was sometimes you may have students who cannot even attend to a device for more than 3 minutes at the time. And so, how do you really deliver what a student needs? And then now looking at transitioning into more hard copy materials and things of that nature, and then looking at distribution when you can't have, or when there's a limited amount of staff that can be in the building. So, those were some of those most pressing challenges that each of them face in their current roles. Next, how have you addressed these challenges, or addressed the challenges of the current health crisis as and resulting responses? Both of them talked about staff morale and making staff continue to feel included. So, something that they done together actually is that they got together with the AP and the custodial staff and created a Easter video. It was basically a bunny hop type dance to the Chicka Boom song. I'm not gonna sing it or anything, but it was a Easter spin to the Boom Chicka Boom song, and they posted it for staff, for parents, to just have a fun time and let them know, hey, we are still Meadow Lane. The other thing that they've done is, or that Miss Hooks is doing, actually while we were having the interview, she was going through her entire roster of staff, and for every single teacher, assistant, custodian, everybody, she was doing a handwritten note and a little gift just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. And she wants to make sure that she's staying connected and that her staff feels like they are staying connected. And she said, in a time like this, people need something personalized. So, and then for Miss Herring, she for her as far as making sure that resources are accessible and available. She, her staff actually, in addition to all the things that teachers need, her staff, especially with the pre-K, needs 20 hours of professional development for licensure for the year. And she has not received any updated information as to whether that's going to be waived for the year or if it's been pushed back. And so she created a Google Classroom for her teachers to be able to actually continue to access their trainings online so that there's no question as to whether or not, they are going to be able to get those hours. Then the next question, what is your advice to others regarding overcoming these challenges? And they both Principal Hooks and Miss Herring quoted the superintendent of Wayne County Public Schools, Dr. Michael Dunsmore, in saying that you give a good faith effort, that these are just uncharted territories. This is the first time of the first of its kind, and you give a good faith effort and you focus on students. And then something kind of practical, they talked about not overwhelming parents. And so the platform that they are using for providing instruction to parents is actually Class Dojo. And so when I asked a little bit more about that, they explained that because their school was 100% Class Dojo, parents already understood Class Dojo. Even though she had some teachers that were kind of excited about going to Google Classroom or going to Canvas, when they thought about what would be best for parents, do we want them to, be trying to monitor work and teach and homeschool and then learn a new platform, that they felt like it would just be better for them to use what they already had. And so they are using Class Dojo. So I thought that was a very interesting, very good thing. Then finally, how do you maintain focus on learning and leading even when there is uncertainty or a crisis present? And so for that one, Miss Hooks basically just said that, and I don't want her to sound pompous because she's not, but what she said really holds true for who she is in the school where she is. And what she said is that if you're leading to begin with, and you have strong leadership, high expectations, and high standards, that remains. And if you have, deficits from before, then it's harder to adjust. And so while the platform is different, while the specific expectations of day to day are different, the standard remains the same. And just from being an intern there, I can say that high expectations of staff and students is definitely just a part of their culture and the way they do business. And so those were the discussion and questions and answers with both Principal Hooks and Miss Dawn Herring. And so I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to your comments. Thank you.